Welcome back, guys. Brand new episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance. We left it here. If you remember, we did that tutorial about how to play dice with this gentleman here, if you remember. So what we are going to do today? Well, there's a couple of things that we need to do. First of all, we need to go and buy the ale at the tavern, but that is going to happen last, because if you remember on the quest, specifically, we were asked to be cold. So if you bring that ale and it's not cold, you may ring in trouble. So we are going to do the sword fighting lesson. So let's do that real quick. Now to get there, you need to go up this path in here. So let's head there real quick. And of course, let's sprint a bit as well, actually, so we can actually get there a bit quicker. Now, this is going to be a very, very short tutorial in basic fighting. Later on the game, you will find a new tutorial with a bit more in depth, if you like. So let's talk to this fella here.
So, can we get started? We can. Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Okay, okay. So this is the combat arena, of course, and that is going to be the tutorial itself. Now,
your life depends on it.
Right, so you need to get moving, as you can see. Now, this icon in here is represented with the 5 spikes. You can see they are yellow. Whenever they are red, that is the direction that you are going to attack from. Okay, so remember that as well. Now, you can actually sprint if you like, but if you do, you will lose the locked from the enemy that you want to attack. Okay, so as you can see on the right, in combat you are locked onto your opponent. If you sprint, you will lose that lock. Okay, so remember that, be careful. You can move around with L in my case. If you are playing with a keyboard, will be the assigned keys, W, D, A, E, etc.
You just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Let's do some attacking, shall we? And you're going to do is follow the directions of that icon to begin with. Okay? Later on, it will be a bit more specified, and you can actually do different tricks as well. So that will be good thing. So we need to stab. And to stab, the indication of the stab is going to be the circle on the middle. So remember that as well. That's when you are going to stab, okay?
Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Okay, so we need to change the strike. And to do that, you can do it with RB and RB. Now remember as well that the more you attack, the more stamina you will lose as well. So that is important that you understand that as well.
Very good.
Okay.
All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of this.
So there you go. That's pretty much the basics of combat. Okay, remember that. So go back to the video if you want to watch it again. It's very, very basic, very self-explanatory. But if you're the type of player that don't want to get reading instructions and you landed in this video, but you know, give it a go. I'm pretty sure you can learn something from it. But very, very self-explanatory, very, very basic. Right, so I think it's time to go into the tavern and get that cool beer for father. That is what we need to do next. So let's get on into that real quick.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So are
Matthew.
such lords as
What's going on
Henry
here?
of Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Okay, you can actually choose to do it or not to do it. I'm going to choose not to do it for the sake of the video, but if you know you want to go and have a bit of fun, go and do it. I'm going to choose not to.
I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Okay, there you go. They are gone to do their thing, and it's going to be a lot of shit going on in the house. But there you go, it is what it is. So we need to go into the tavern, and we are going to find Bianca. Now, Bianca is our girlfriend, believe it or not. So let's talk to her.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir, I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Okay, so we are going to have to do, of course, a picture for father. That's what we are doing.
Need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Greetings.
Okay, there you go. So now we got some savior snaps, and now that is the only way to save on the go. Okay, to save in this game, you need to have these savior snaps. If you don't have them, you won't be able to. Another way that you can actually save is by sleeping on your bed, and we will see that eventually. So there you go. We got 3 of those. Now we need to go up to Father and speak to him, and pretty much tell him that we done everything that has to be done. So there you go. We are going to head up there, and we are going to talk to him.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have we got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish. So what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
They are in the trunk in the living room. And that's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to get those nails for Teresa. By the way, Teresa is going to be a big part of this game. So get used to see this girl around. So there you go. We need to get to the trunk, but that is not going to happen until next episode, guys, because we are going to leave it here. Please comment, subscribe, and like as always. And I'll be more than happy to carry on doing this brilliant series. So there you go. Please comment, subscribe, and like, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take great care.